going on, guys? It is Tom.C here with a FORZA Friday video. This is the first one. You will be watching this obviously on Friday. If you're not, and yet there's more of this to come. If you're not, then I do apologise, but it is the fact that my internet is basically a potato. Like, genuinely, you could have better upload-download speed on a jacket potato than what I do on my actual router. But anyway, so if you're watching this on Friday, then I've done an amazing job and my internet has served me well for the day. Anyway, so this is my FORZA Friday series, where basically I'm just going to be doing, I'm going to bring on a couple of special guests. There was actually one supposed to be joining today's episode, but unfortunately he's kind of gone somewhere. And then there is another one also to come, but I've got to get hold of him, so it's a bit tricky. But you'll probably see them over the next coming episodes. Basically, if you don't know, FORZA Friday, I just decided to make this series just as an extra thing on my channel. I'm running currently TC Industries on my channel. First video went out, released today actually, a couple of days late, and that is, as I said, just internet issues. So if ever there is a point in time where I've stated that, you know, Mondays are my Minecraft videos, Fridays are my FORZA videos. If there's ever a point in time where you check on Monday at my channel and you realise there's no Minecraft, or Friday there's no FORZA, then it will be that I'm working on it and I'm trying to get it uploaded, or either that or I'm having to go to other people's, you know, I have to go to my friends sometimes to borrow his internet, because his internet is like 3 trillion times better than mine. So I've even had to go to my local pub and use their internet, and sometimes that's worked. And it's just because I live in such a bad place for internet, and because my house, I believe, doesn't even have fibre, which is really annoying, because there are other people in the village who do have fibre, and I do want that. So next time I see like BT out, I'm just going to rugby tackle them and say, give me fibre. Anyway, so FORZA Friday is a little series where basically I'm just going to be doing car reviews. So every week there's going to be a different car. As you can tell from this week, it is a Fiat Abarth 695 Biposto 2016 edition with my personalised plate TT. The only reason it's TT is just because I love the Isle of Man TT, which is obviously, if you don't know what it is, then it's basically a motorcycle race that happens on the Isle of Man every year around sort of summertime. Unfortunately, at least one person will die, but they're going 200 miles an hour around the Isle of Man, and it's all a street circuit. You kind of, but anyway, so basically this first video is just going to be a little kind of update into where I've kind of been. I know, you know, I didn't really state that I was going into gaming videos. My channel intro does actually state that I'm doing vlogs, and my description did actually say that I was doing vlogs, so I've changed the description. I might have to get in touch with the person who helped me with my introduction video, and just basically ask him if I can redo a recording on basically the fact that I'm now doing gaming videos, because I'm not going to get into it in this video, but the fact that vlogs never worked was just, it was so tricky to try and, like, it was so tricky to actually film something when you know, half the time I wasn't doing anything. If you're going to be a vlogger, my one and only tip is make sure you're doing something exciting literally every time you're going to record, whether you're doing it daily, which is really difficult if you're not a full-time YouTuber, but if you're just maybe going to upload 4 vlogs a week, make sure you're definitely doing something for those vlogs, because I had it where I was going to record something that day and basically it just never worked out, because at the end of the day it was either the same as the previous vlog or just there was nothing to do. So I thought, I'm not going to bother vlogging, because vlogging is very difficult at the stage that I was at. So I then decided to scrape enough money together, and why I bought this when I just had the right amount and not to wait, which I really wish I did, because financially it would have put me in a better state than it has done. But then I went out and went and bought an Elgato. And if you don't know what an Elgato is, it's a game capture device for PS4, Xbox One, and you can get it for PC, but I think it's a different type. I've got the HD 60, so 1080p at 60 frames per second. Xbox doesn't actually record at 1080p, 60 frames per second, for some reason. But yeah, 1080p definitely does. But you know, whether it's 1080p and 60 frames per second or not, my videos are still great quality, and I love them to bits. Was it a waste to purchase? Definitely not. If you're going to record gaming videos, get an Elgato. For God's sake, do not buy a Roxio, because if you buy a Roxio, you'll hate it and you'll want to just run it over, as I found out the hard way. I didn't buy one, but my friend lent me a Roxio, and we finally fixed it. Got into like the software, and got a picture of the screen and everything. After the first recording, it just crashed and glitched, and it was horrible and it was useless. And so yeah. So anyway, Forza Friday, we're just going to do every Friday different car reviews. It's going to be, if you've not seen Top Gear, it's going to be a bit like Top Gear. If you haven't, go Google it. I can't explain it, I haven't got time, because at the end of the day, I don't want these episodes to be an hour long with half an hour of me talking, you know. The only reason this episode's going to be slightly longer is the fact that I've got to bring all of this information in, because obviously I haven't really stated. I might have stated it in my TC Industries episode 1, which has gone up, so go check that out. I won't link it in the description, but it will be on my channel. If you're wanting to know more about the Forza Friday series, I've made a trailer on my channel which took an absolute ton of time to make, ton of money used to make it. It was just incredible. It was just it was great fun filming it. It was a bit of a pain in the arse editing it, but it cost me 200,000 credits on the game, and yeah, it just basically took about 2 days to make, to get all the right angles. But anyway, that's the series, that's the trailer for this series. So as you can tell, as I said, this is the Abarth 695 Biposto 2016 edition. So let's get straight into it. So what we have to be mindful on Forza Horizon, and if you've never played this game, I would suggest you buy it, because it is an absolute amazing game. I'm playing Forza Horizon 3. Let me just make sure I don't get hits like that. So basically, yeah, get Forza Horizon 3, because at the end of the day, it is a really good game. There isn't a new one out yet. There might be. Forza 7 is coming out this September, or even this month even. And basically, I really would like it. It is about £50, but if I'm going to get it, I'd probably go with the Ultimate Edition. It is £80, but yeah, it's tempting, because it's Forza 7, and I'm a Forza nut, you know. I've played all the Forzas, so, you know, Horizons, I've played them all, you know. It's Forza Horizon 3 though, for me, is the better. Well, that's the thing, the Horizons are the free roam Forzas, and the Motorsports are the racing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still racing on here, but you know, you still have to, it's not track racing, which track racing I find is better than street, because street racing is very difficult at the best of times when you have other people trying to hit you into a lamppost or someone's driveway. And I'm not being funny, I wouldn't want someone's car in my driveway. Let's face it. And this Mini is taking ever so long to make it spin. Okay, well you just annoyed me slightly there. Excuse me, ladies and gents, I need to overtake this Mini. The Ruby Toots, we've done that well. If you can see up the top middle of the screen, it says you're the only player in the session, currently unable to start online. Oh my god! I'm so sorry, I almost crashed. I'm trying not to crash as well. Like, driving and commentating is so difficult, trying to manage this. Okay, we'll stick it in a nice quiet gear. I say quiet gear, this car's as loud as anything. So, let me tell you some facts and figures about the 695 Biposto. This particular model that I have bangs out about 433 horsepower, which isn't a lot, but for a wow, okay, I can't English. For a hatchback, it's actually really quite good, and this thing goes like mad. I will show you when it's like daytime, but even when you heard me when I overtook the Mini, it was crazy, just for the fact that well, it's got like turbo in it, and it is an amazing Fiat. I would, if you buy this game, I would get this. The price of this car, I'm going to try not to speed past I'm being particularly good tonight. This goes off. Haha! Didn't break it. Perfect. Foot down. Whoa. As you can tell by the backfiring noise of this car, it is definitely a hot hatchback. So yeah, 433 horsepower. The price, if you, as I said, get this car on the game, it's going to cost you about 48,000 credits. I personally would go on the auction site and see if you can pick one up for less than that. And also, as a bonus, if you do pick one up for less than that, you will possibly get yours upgraded like mine, where it comes with engine upgrades, spoilers, splitters, bumpers, skirts, you know, the lot, and it basically will be as mad as anything. So you could probably pick one of these up for 50 grand with everything, whereas 48,000 will just get you the base car, you know, effectively. So it's a little, oh god, I don't know what that driving was. Oh, slight oil spin. So this as basically these facts I put. Right, let me pull over and tell you these facts because I'm not being funny. I can't exactly drive while. Okay, so this particular car. These are all facts on this particular kind of car. Like my specific, you know, I'm not sure whether the stock addition to these cars have the same horsepower or torque or weight or whatever. So as I said, it's 48,000 credits if you want to buy it. As I said, go to the auction site. 433 horsepower. It's got 479 foot-pounds of torque, which is quite a lot of torque. That's where, yeah, it just bloody goes. This car is nuts. It's honestly, it's one of the best cars where you can have a drag race in, because people will genuinely think that it's like a piece of crap, and they'll think, oh my god, I'm so going to win against that. Obviously, if it was a Lamborghini or something, yes, you might, but at the end of the day, it is just amazing, this car. So 479 foot-pounds of torque. It weighs just over, well, I say just over, it's 2,365 pounds, which is quite, well, at the end of the day, that's quite heavy for this little Fiat, but at the end of the day, it's what it is. It's probably all the modifications I've done. And it's all-wheel drive. Basically, you get front-wheel drive, rear-wheel, all-wheel, which is effectively four-wheel drive. If you know cars and you know that four-wheel drive means what it means, then perfect. All AWD, all-wheel drive, it's a bit hard to say, but all-wheel drive is basically four-wheel drive at the end of the day. But you can get front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. There's loads. This particular Fiat, again, all-wheel drive. They are all four-wheel drive. It's just what they are. Whether you've upgraded it or not, they come four-wheel drive. Just because, I don't know, it's just because they are. And so that's basically all I can give you on that. I'm not going to leave the episode there. I'm going to go for a little drive. So I'm basically going to shut up for a little bit and insert some wonderful music as I just drive around the blissful Australia coast. If I do crash during the upcoming footage, then I'm sorry, but it's just because I want to just absolutely bean it. I will try and put with the audio with a bit of music. I won't do cinematic shots. I just do not have time for that. But I'll give you a little insight to what this car is actually like. So I'll give you some sound clips. So basically, I will leave you now. I'll put a sort of mixture between the music and the car noise itself, so you can actually hear what this car sounds like. So ladies and gents, I know it's been a bit, at the end of the day, these episodes are going to be, they're not going to be long as such, but they're basically going to be like this, where I'll talk a little bit at the start, I'll give you all the information you need in the middle, and then I'll do some sort of soundtrack / music in one drive towards the end, and that'll be that. So ladies and gents, it has been amazing, and I will see you in the next episode of Forza Friday, but stay tuned for Monday, where hopefully, again, praying on my internet here, that TC Industries episode 2 is coming out. There could be a possible, don't get your hopes up, series on PC Minecraft, but I need to see about my Elgato recording that. If not, I just need to find out bits and pieces about that. So ladies and gents, it has been wonderful. Tom.C signing off. Adios, my friends.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, we'll fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight. But I'm a push me down to the ground. What goes around